And from one maverick to another, Elon Musk is making news once again, this time for predicting that artificial intelligence could leave everyone unemployed. The billionaire painted a dystopian picture of a future where robots would steal all the jobs. Musk also claimed that jobs would be optional and more like a hobby, leaving people emotionally unhappy. Our report further explains Elon Musk's scary prediction about AI.
No job, but more money in your pockets. A constant supply of cash without the need to toil through hours of shifts. Sounds like a dream come true. And that's perhaps how the future may look like. Well, at least according to Elon Musk. In an event, Musk said that artificial intelligence will take away all our jobs. The billionaire said, and I quote, "Probably none of us will have a job." But that's not necessarily a bad thing, he added. Musk described a future where jobs would be optional, more like a hobby. And other than that, AI and robots will take over the job market. If you want to do a job that's kinda like a hobby, you can do a job. But otherwise, AI and the robots will provide any goods and services that you want. But for that to work, he said there will be a need for universal high income, contrary to a universal basic income. This means that for a future to exist, people need to be ultra-rich and let the robots do their job. However, Musk stopped short of explaining how such a scenario could be achieved. Now, as exciting as it may sound, he did not exactly paint a rosy picture. Musk instead laid down a dystopian account of what a future without work would look like. He questioned whether a job-free future would make people feel emotionally fulfilled. Posing a rather existential question, Musk asked, if robots were to take over our daily chores, how would that affect our identity? And whether our lives would still retain their meaning. The question will really be one of meaning if the computer and robots can do everything better than you. Does your life have meaning? Musk added that perhaps the role of human beings will depend on how we shape AI. That's something he has always been vocal about. On several occasions, Musk has pointed out how AI can be potentially dangerous to human civilization. For instance, in the latest conference, the owner of X, formerly Twitter, urged parents to limit the time kids spend on social media. That's because, he said, these social media sites are programmed by a dopamine-maximizing AI. Meanwhile, he has also been vocal about how a carefully programmed AI can be beneficial for society. In March last year, more than 1,000 leaders including Musk wrote an open letter. They went as far as to call AI labs to pause the development of the technology, but just months later, Musk announced his own AI startup called XAI. He said the startup was created to understand reality. And ever since, he's advocated for what he calls a maximum truth-seeking AI.
So it's very important to have a maximum truth-seeking AI and a maximally curious AI. And I think that's most likely to foster human civilization because we are much more interesting than a bunch of rocks.
Now, his recent prediction adds to the already perplexing outlook of artificial intelligence. While security issues, deepfakes, and threats to the job market were already in the picture, Musk has now brought into light artificial intelligence's potential threats to our existing work culture.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.